Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I have a fantastic recipe for you. This would be amazing for Thanksgiving. It is a layered pumpkin cheesecake muffin. If you guys want to see how I make this, keep on watching. So let's get into the video. Okay, so this first part is going to be making the cheesecake layer. So we're going to be taking 16 ounces of cream cheese. So I'm adding that to a bowl. And as usual, I will have the whole recipe written out down below in the description box as well. So I have that. I am adding in 3/4 of a cup of sweetener. So I am using the Swerve confectioner sweetener. So you want to use any kind of confectioner sweetener that you like to use. If you're doing keto, of course, you're going to want to do some kind of, sugar-free replacement sugar. So I just put that in there. And then also to that, I'm adding in a splash of vanilla. You guys know I never measure my vanilla. And then also going to add in some pumpkin pie spice. I'm using this one from Dax. And then I'm just going to mix it all up. Now, my cream cheese was not very softened. I definitely recommend you to soften your cream cheese just a little bit. Let it sit out for a little bit, come to room temperature. It'll mix up much, much easier. Okay, so now that the cream cheese and sweetener and spice and all that are all mixed up, we're going to add in our eggs. So I added in 1 egg, and I'll mix it just a little bit, and then I'll add in the second egg. So you want to do 2 eggs total. And make sure you mix it till it's nice and fluffy, because that'll get you a nice, kind of airy cheesecake. So the more you mix it, the better, I feel like. It just gets it really nice and airy. So you're going to set that aside. And now we're going to do our pumpkin layer. So in my bowl here, I am adding in 4 ounces of pumpkin, and this is just pumpkin puree. And I did find that pumpkin seems to be about the same amount of carbs as any other kind, so I just picked up the cheapest kind in my store. And then you're going to add in half of that cheesecake layer that you made. So just kind of eyeball it, just about half. And then I'm going to add in a little bit more pumpkin pie spice, because can you ever have too much? Actually, you can. I have put too much in recipes before, but I just kind of sprinkled some in. And then you want to give that a good blend until the pumpkin and the cheesecake layer are all nice and incorporated. And then we're ready to the next step. You guys, this is how easy this is. It is so quick and easy to throw this recipe together. Okay, so this next step. Now, you may not have this product. This is the Lolli's cookie clusters. So if you don't have this, then you don't even have to put any bottom layer on this, or you can use your favorite granola. Whatever you like to use for your granola, you can use. Also, I'll see if I can find another recipe. I've seen some of these types of recipes where they use an almond crust. So in case you don't have these Lolli cookie clusters, I'll give you alternative that you can use to make some kind of almond crust on the bottom of these. So I will link that down below. So you do want to take whatever you're using for your bottom layer, and you want to go ahead and put them into your cups. Now, if you're using granola like I am, you don't need to bake them first. But if you are using an almond flour layer, I believe you'll need to bake it first. But again, I will link a recipe down below that you guys can use. So I'm just sprinkling some of that in here in each of the cups. Now, I did weigh out enough for each of the cups, so I ended up using about 1/4 of a serving for each of these cups. So a serving of this granola, I think, is 28 grams, and I used about 1/4 of that for each of these. So I just weighed out what 12 times 1/4 of the serving would be for each cup, and I ended up actually with a little bit left over, but I just wanted to kind of have an idea of how much I was going to need. But anyway, so you want to just go ahead and fill all those cups and try to make them even, press them down just a little bit, but it's not real necessary to press them down super, super hard, because it does kind of all bake together when you put it in the oven. So I'm going to continue doing this, and then we'll go on to the next step. So the easiest way to do these, I feel like, is using a cookie scoop. So I am just going to scoop in first one. This is a small little cookie scoop. I'm going to do 1 scoop of the cheesecake layer first, and I'm going to do that for all of them. And then once they all have that cheesecake layer, then you're gonna add the pumpkin cheesecake layer next. So you're just gonna put a dollop of that on there. And then after I got all this done, I did kind of take a little spatula and just kind of smooth them out a little bit, just to make sure that each of the, it was covered all the way to the edges of the little cupcake liners. And then you're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. Now it's really hard to tell if these are done because they will still be a little jiggly. So I took them out when they started cracking on top. I feel like with even regular cheesecake, that's kind of your your message that they are done. And then you want to put these in the refrigerator and let them refrigerate for 24 hours. And this is what you get. You guys, look at those layers, and these are absolutely amazing. I think it would totally just surprise your guests at Thanksgiving that these were keto friendly, they're sugar free, and they are amazing. So I will have everything linked down below in the description box, so check that out. If you do make these, please tag me on social media. I will have all my social medias down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.